Yes, I'm the great pretender.
Hello everybody, this is the Flat Cap Cafe Racer. I got Mr. Bill. Give us a wave, Mr. Bill. Say hello.
Hello everybody.
We're on, Mr. Bill graced me with a breakfast ride, or a lunch ride today. So Mr. Bill's out on his Tiger 900. He's got a 2022 Tiger, right?
Yes.
Alright. And of course I'm riding my trusty Royal Enfield. Mr. Bill doesn't get out to play. Most of the time he's curled up, sacked up about the time I'm going out for a ride. You know, one of the things that I was looking at one of the articles, one of the YouTubers whose name will go unnamed, was testing touring bikes, giving his top 10 on touring bikes. And I listened to his list, and it was a pretty good list. He had the Gold Wing #1, he had a Honda GTL in there, and you know, he had all the bikes you normally think are great touring bikes. But he was basing it off of zero experience. I mean, well, he's a very good track rider. He's a very good off-road rider, and he knows a lot about bikes. But truth is, he's rode one of the touring bikes for an hour about 8 months ago. So he's basing all his, you know, for me, he's very, you know, he's got a good opinion, but he's telling you that these are the best 10. Well, hell, how's he know? He's only rode one of them for an hour, and you can't tell a touring bike is going to be how great it's going to be for touring in an hour. You know. And this is one of the things that bothers me about some of the stuff I see. You know, some of the YouTube guys, you know, they're giving you telling you how good a bike handles or stuff, you know, off-road, and hell, they're falling down in the gravel parking lot. You know, what kind of credibility do they got? You know. Then there's, you know, then there's the pretend adventure touring riders that are always parked in front of Starbucks, you know, on their big touring GS's and stuff like that. It's like, hey, how come you never get any farther than Starbucks, you know? I don't, you know, I just don't care for pretenders or, you know, posers, you know, whether they're the rich urban professionals that we've had here since mid-1990s on Harley Davidson, you know, where they get the fake tattoos, you know, and they dress up like outlaws, you know, and then they go home and they're dentists, they're doctors, they're lawyers, but they pretend. You know, I used to pretend when I was 7 I was Superman, you know. I tie a towel around my neck. I was Superman. But hell, I was 7. I wasn't 47. I don't know if it bothers you or not, but they kind of bother me, you know, whether they're, you know, the guys that got the, you know, riding a sport bikes, dressed in the leathers, you know, on a Sunday, and they're going so slow I could pass them on this Royal Enfield on the, you know, the turns. The mountains look pretty. I'm gonna probably release a video here, since I'm making, you know, I'm not a big fan of pretenders and pretentious people and things like that, but I think it would be fair to release a video. I'm gonna outline kind of my riding history, good and bad. There's a lot of there's a lot of things that I'm not really proud of as a rider, and that I did when I first started riding. And but I think if you're investing the time to watch somebody's video, you ought to know a little bit about where they're coming from, you know. It's important for people to know that if somebody's telling you, you know, I'm not going to give you any advice on off-road riding, because, you know, like I said, the last time I rode off-road, I probably had hair, so you know, that's a long time ago. But I guess you need to at least understand when somebody's riding and somebody tells you that, you know, we're going drag racing or we're doing something that have a little experience in it. You know, if they're telling you, if they're advising you about tire pressure or your suspension or something, do they know what the hell they're talking about? I hope you guys like the video if I put it out. It will be fairly lengthy because I started riding a long time ago, since I'm approaching 70 years old, as Mr. Bill keeps reminding me. And so I've been riding since probably my first, I'll save it for the video. Alright? Well, I hope this new helmet cam I got on here is capturing everything okay, and you folks can hear me alright for the wind, because I have no windscreen at all. Mr. Bill starts talking about food, his feet start tapping up and down like a penguin on Happy Feet. Well, folks, if you're staying with us so far, thank you for coming on a ride. We're going to pop in here and get something to eat, and hopefully Mr. Bill remembered to bring his wallet. I think I saw him bringing a wallet.
Pretending that you're still around.
Join me and my friends at Flat Cap Cafe Racer for riding and racing. Please subscribe.